But I don't know, I think to believe that your body like can be separated from, in a way, like your personality and your soul or spirit or whatever, I don't know if I find that quite a hard thing to kind of...
It's something that
because I think it's a bit separate from like ghosts in a way, because plenty of people die. If we all have a soul, plenty of people die and don't come back. And it's only specific examples of this kind of thing. I mean, it's difficult with what we just watched, because it seems to be like something is actually in control, whereas most things that what I experienced when I was little and things that I've talked to people about have tended to be a bit like something being on loop, like a tape, and it's like just an action that's being repeated. It's like it's been recorded by the building you're in, rather than something having some kind of consciousness, whereas that seemed to be like...
Has an intelligence.
Yeah. That's what he said, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Where it was like interacting with the people.
Yeah. Which you don't really tend to get with ghosts, apparently.
I like how you said it like a memory. Like the space holds this memory and it's just replaying it.
Well, it's what they say about houses that, like, my house is really old, but they took all the plaster off it. I reckon if they kept the plaster on, we'd get weird stuff happen. But we don't. And my dad was saying it's like the plaster records something. It's like there's something in the plaster. And they took it out of our house. But he was in a house where they didn't have a staircase, but you could hear people talking and walking around upstairs. And he said he reckons it's like this looping thing that was just happening. He said you could hear people walking up and down stairs, but there were no stairs.
Ooh, that's weird.
Yeah, they lived downstairs in this building, but there were no stairs up to the upstairs.
But there was no upstairs.
There was, yeah, but the house was like in disrepair.
That's strange.
When I was about 3 years old, I remember a old man coming into my room and sitting on the end of my bed. And he used to tell me stories. And in the morning I used to tell my parents that this black man had come and sat on my bed and told me stories, and I used to sort of recount what he told me. And obviously at the time they thought, well, a 3-year-old has a ridiculous imagination. I probably was just sort of half dreaming it. And then time went on, and obviously I kept telling them this, and one day a West Indian woman turned up at our house, and she said that she lived there with her uncle, and that they'd moved when he died, and her room had been my room, and she said that she felt the house was peaceful and like it was a good place. And that's when my parents started to think that maybe something a bit weird had been going on. And then eventually it stopped, and as I grew up, and I don't really remember much other than that.